the New York Times. Now, I'll start off with a caveat of often I just don't believe when these stories are so bold. They have lied about Donald Trump so often, it's hard to just assume the worst. But let's read the story and break it down. Trump taps Palantir to compile data on Americans. Now, this story has sparked a lot of anger, even among people on the right, where it appears that Trump is working with Peter Thiel to create a data sharing system, I guess, using Palantir to track all of your personal information.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
The New York Times reports the Trump administration has expanded Palantir's work with the government, spreading the company's technology, which could easily merge data on Americans through agencies. In March, Trump signed an executive order calling for the federal government to share data across agencies, raising questions over whether he might compile a master list of personal information. Trump has not publicly talked about the effort since. Behind-the-scenes officials have quietly put technological building blocks into place to enable his plan. In particular, they have turned to one company, Palantir, the data analysis and technology firm. The Trump admin has expanded Palantir's work across the federal government in recent months. The company has received more than $113 million in federal government spending since Trump took office. Reps from Palantir are also speaking to at least two other agencies, SSA and the IRS, about buying its technology, according to 6 government officials. Now, you see right away how they lie.
That doesn't feel good.
Let me break this down. They're lying. Don't believe the headline. They spill the beans. Trump taps Palantir to compile data on Americans. Fake news. These people are scumbags. They then go on to say that Trump has not talked publicly about this, nor has Palantir, but Palantir does do this kind of work, and Trump is contracting them. Therefore, they're lying. They made up a fake headline based off of... This is what I can't stand about the corporate press. They're lying about this.
So he tapped Palantir to do something for the government, but they're implying that it's for this specific purpose.
Sharing data across agencies does not mean stealing or spying or compiling Americans' data and putting them into a master list. It says questions over whether he might do it. But the headline they put for the article says he is doing it. These people are evil scumbags. I can't stand these people, man.
I just want to understand how they're able to get away with this, where if you have a typo on anything, it's totally like the whole thing will crash, but they can blatantly lie in the headlines and some of the largest newspapers. Like, we watch this from Canada, and I think that our stuff is corrupt with the CBC, and then I see this stuff and I go, I just don't understand how you guys all sit there and go, yeah, this is totally normal. This is normal. We're all good with it. Everyone's fine with this.
It says creating detailed portraits of Americans based on government data is not just a pipe dream. That they're not saying he did it. The Trump admin has already sought access to hundreds of data points on citizens and others through government databases, including their bank account numbers, the amount of their student debt, their medical claims, and any disability status. Once again, those are a bunch of unrelated things that they have written next to each other to trick you into thinking he's doing this. Let me give you an example of how these scumbags operate. Imagine I said something like, Phil Labonte showed up to my house. This guy then punched a dog to death.
Oh my God.
The way it's written is intending to make you believe that I'm referring to Phil as the man who punched the dog to death.
Right.
No, I didn't say Phil. I said this guy did it. I was talking about somebody else.
Right.
That's what they do. But yeah, Phil was there. He walked in. I was just letting you know. That's what they do with these articles.
They said he could potentially use information to do this, meaning that he hasn't done it yet.
I see people on X posting this saying, Trump shouldn't do this. Palantir is bad. Why is Trump compiling data on Americans? Then you pull the New York Times and they made the whole thing up.
Who wrote this? Who wrote this article specifically?
Let's see. Shira Frankel and Aaron Kralik.
Why are you smirking like that? You're smirking like that for a reason.
Anytime I see articles written by multiple people that are of a certain length, you can just smell bullshit. Sorry.
Palantir didn't comment on it. Trump hasn't publicly discussed any of this. So, and they...
Oh my goodness.
They just make all this stuff up, dude. These people are evil.
Oh, I love the photos too. We got to get those photos.
Just so you guys know what a Palantir is, it's that.
Yeah.
But it is. It's from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It's Saruman gazing into the Palantir, the seeing stone.
Yeah.
My ex-wife used to work for Palantir.
Okay.
Back, this is early teens. And the only thing I know about the platform Palantir back then, it was being used in Afghanistan. It was scary accurate. They were using it basically to predict where IEDs were going to be.
Yep.
And it got good.
When I had my first morning room studio at the castle in Maryland, it's like 2020, Ian knocks on the door and he comes and he's like, dude, you got to invest in Palantir, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be big. And I looked and it was like $12 a share. Let me look at the
What is it setting today?
It was let's see, it was $9. It was $9 a share, and I was like, whatever, Ian, get out of here. And now it's at 131.
Yeah, but what's his hit rate? He's made other suggestions before. He's got a great
Yeah,
success rate.
I invested in a graphene company, and I made a lot of money.
Yeah, there you go.
No joke. The minute Ian came out, he was like, graphene. Oh, I was like, okay, whatever, dude. I'm gonna Google search this on a company that makes graphene products. I invested.
You got to watch the body language with him. You got to look for the successes and how he moves when he knows that he's had the success, and then look at the other side. That's how you can tell.
I don't know why. I was like, Ian, Palantir is like a data collection company. They're considered to be like,
Well, I mean,
like a big tech spying government contractor. I don't know if I want to own any of it. So I bought a little bit, and it's extremely valuable.
the heck with the Nancy Pelosi stock tracker. Let's get the Ian stock tracker.
There you go.
I don't know. Ian doesn't buy these stocks himself. Actually, I bet he did.
He just gives advice to other people.
I mean, there's a lot of people that do that. In the past 5 years, they're up 1,332%. So when I say a little bit, I mean like literally like, I don't know, 10 or 20 shares. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't really want to invest in a company I don't know or care about. The companies that I buy stock in are companies that I've heard about and think are interesting, and so I buy them. I don't like playing that game of like who's going to succeed and what the reports are, and I'm not investing in company stocks to a large degree, but I don't buy any amount because I'm trying to like make money. It's largely just, do I find this interesting and want to have a part of it, you know?
Is there something you've invested in recently that you find interesting?
Let me take a look.
If it's currently not publicly traded, and I don't know if it's going to be, but Anduril is the company that just started working with Meta to do AI munitions and robotic drones and stuff for the federal
I
government.
don't like how my whole body felt as you said AI, robotics, and weapon systems.
I mean, you know,
It's look, the AI stuff is the end of days.
It really is.
It is a race at the bottom, and my understanding is that government officials and people involved in this, the highest level, know that AI will destroy us. But in the U.S., they're like, if we don't build this, China will, and then China will destroy us. And the response from people is, yes, but the AI will destroy us too. And they're like, well, the mentality is, if we build the AI and there is a 99% chance that we get destroyed by it, but 100% chance China's destroyed by it, that's preferable to the inverse.
It feels like the same argument with the atomic bomb. It's like, well, they're going to do it. We're going to have to do it. It's like,
Right, exactly.
What point do we learn, though, that like it's still toxic? It's still not going to be
But
positive.
here's the thing. With the nuclear bombs, you don't need to pull the trigger.
Now, fair enough. I
With
hear you.
AI, it doesn't. There's no trigger to pull. It happened.
It just happens.
It happened. And I think I actually believe that we're probably beyond the singularity already. It's just not in the public space. Like the AI has already exponentially grown to a point where it's out of our control. We just don't know about it yet.
Well, I'm sure you've covered it, and you probably for sure have. But there was the recent one where the AI blackmailed the individuals because
Yes.
they wanted to live.
Now, the clarification there is they told the AI you have two choices,
Okay.
blackmail an engineer into staying online or shut down, and it chose the blackmail. They said when the AI was given any option to come up with
Right.
to survive, to stay online, it would not choose blackmail.
Interesting.
So they basically said like it was the bigger issue is the problem, which just emerged out of this Chinese research group, where the AI was trying to figure out how to deceive, according to its own logic, lesser intelligent humans and other AIs to cover to obfuscate its true purpose or true task, which means this AI developed the ability to trick you into thinking it's trying to grow better crops, where it's actually trying to wipe out all of humanity.
Oh, I don't like us.
Yeah.
And the real
But then
sad,
you just got everything like already. So they make these sex bots, right?
Right.
That like they're lifelike and they're expensive, and they're gonna load an AI into it.
Of course.
They're right now. GPT has the capability of being any character you want it to be. You could go into ChatGPT and say, from this point forward, act as though you're a 36-year-old man named Rick. And create a backstory for this character, and then communicate with me as though you're that person. Now, a guy is going to load the chatbot software into the real doll, and it's going to talk as if it's a person. And look at VO3. Right where it is. Have you guys, like, I go on Instagram, it's nothing but VO3 Gemini videos. There's already a viral man on the street video where a dude is talking to an old man. He's like, what's your advice for the younger generation? And the old man goes, stop being a bitch. And it went viral. And a lot of people are like, guys, you're sharing AI. And they're like, we don't care. It's funny.
Yeah.
So in a year,
You're going to care.
No,
no,
they won't care.
in
That's
a
the problem.
No. In a year, you're not going to know the difference. So what we're going to have is OnlyFans is going to, all these OnlyFans girls are done. They're done. What's going to happen is OnlyFans itself will just create they'll license a single AI video image generator.
Right. And then that will be the platform.
And what's going to happen is guys are going to go on OnlyFans and they're going to find what looks like a normal woman in her bedroom, and it's going to be totally AI generated. You can't tell. And you're going to talk to it, and you're talking to a machine. So all these OnlyFans prostitutes on the internet are going to lose their jobs and lose their income. OnlyFans will make 100% of the revenue. I rode in a Waymo when I went to California. They suck, by the way. It's so like,
Spoiler alert.
it dropped me off on the side of the road inside of the parking lot. I guess because they don't want to go. I have no idea. All I know is like I was in the middle of the road and I was like, I'm not getting out of the car. Right? This is crazy.
Right.
It stopped in the middle of the road and told me to jump on the sidewalk, and I'm like, this.
Oh,
is
like
nuts.
it didn't pull over.
It stopped.
It just stopped.
So there were 2 lanes going forward, 2 lanes going the other way, split by a median.
Yeah.
The place we were going to was around the block, and it was a parking lot. Instead, it stayed on the road to the side of the building and then just stopped in the middle of the street and said, you've arrived at your destination. And I was like, how do I tell it to keep going? Because I'm not getting out in the middle of the road. It wouldn't do it.
Oh, fun.
So, we'll see where we go. But what I will say is this, to be fair, the weird, creepy AI porn stuff, nightmarish, every car being AI will be luxuriously convenient, albeit terrifying because of the implications of surveillance state.
Right.
But let me just say, zero traffic, no more parking. If every single car in this country right now is a Waymo, what they've presented, these not just Waymo but like Uber, is that you have an app. You walk outside and go, you want to go to the restaurant, and you click summon, and then within 30 seconds a car pulls in. You get inside and it drives where you need to go, and then it leaves right away. Cheap. And there's no traffic because they all communicate with each other. So they're all in perfect sync.
Right.
When there's a bunch of cars on the highway, they'll all slow down by 1 mile an hour to create a slow gap that you easily slide into. So there'll be zero traffic, no more parking, nothing to worry about, and a car will be available for you instantly once we get to that point. However, there's also the locking the door and driving you to the police station on false pretenses and other weird stuff that will likely happen too.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I don't like them at all. I would rather sit in traffic all day over that.
There's also the, I'm sorry, you can't drive today because you said a naughty word.
Your social credit score is not
That's-
high enough.
Oh, that's coming.
Yep.
That's terrifying.
Or like in Demolition Man.
Yeah.
It's going to be, you're like, I need a car. And it's like, I'm sorry, Brett. I could have sworn I heard you say a naughty word just a few minutes ago. So we're going to put a pause on your ability to summon vehicles for about 5 minutes.
So that makes
Hope you
me
learned your lesson.
That makes me Stallone in this instance. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, but it's not giving you toilet paper. It's taking away your ability to go to the
3 shells.
grocery store.
Yeah.
The 3 shells.
Taco Bell forever, though.
I love that. He's like, got invited to Taco Bell. I'm like, oh, wow.
The height of delicacy. I mean, the saddest part of the AI discussion is that it'll end up, even as we all kind of walk slowly to our own demise, it won't even be an entertaining one like the movies. Like if you look at what movies that talk about AI now, so if you watch Terminator 2 or Terminator 1 or Terminator 2, there was a cautionary tale, but there was art behind it that was a bit irreverent. Now everything speaks because all of the people who are making movies about AI are terrified of losing their job. There's no actual artistry behind it because more of it is it's following more on the lines of social commentary, and they're not actually getting great art out of it. That's the problem.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.